Hello everyone, my name is Ajaz Ahmed. I am from Pakistan. I am an Adaptation Finance Fellowship Programme Fellow. Under this fellowship, I have conducted a study in Pakistan, and that study investigates the scope of commercial forestry schemes using adaptation finance for the resilience of small-scale subsistence farmers which have poor quality land which is affected by climatic changes such as droughts. My research proposes to use commercial forestry schemes to diversify the crops and thereby the livelihood of small-scale subsistence farmers in the northern Pakistan. I'm using discrete choice modeling approach and a primary survey of 450 households, and my results are following. So, small-scale subsistence farmers are interested to adopt commercial forestry schemes to diversify their crops and the livelihood. Secondly, the attributes that I'm using for commercial forestry schemes are biodiversity as a condition of commercial forestry schemes, which farmers do not like, which shows that farmers are willing to adopt commercial forestry schemes. However, they are only interested in their private benefits. Then the second attribute is the scheme location. That means whether farmers want to choose the scheme location by themselves, or they would allow the adaptation finance donors to choose the scheme location, because adaptation finance donors are going to own the plantations, and the benefits for the farmers is that they will be paid to manage the plantations on monthly basis, and for donors it's an investment, and at the end of the project donors would be able to sell the sustainably certified wood in addition to claiming the certified emission reductions against the carbon offset. So this brings the third attribute of the discrete choice experiment modeling in discussion, and that is wood share, because one incentive of the schemes is that farmers would be given with a wood share at the end of the project. And the results of my research show that farmers are willing to forego some amount of annual payment which donors would give to the farmers for managing the commercial forestry schemes for the wood share, which means that farmers are willing to forego some annual payment to get the wood share. These are some of the results of the attributes of the commercial forestry schemes. Then the socioeconomic interactions of the attributes show that people who are more educated, people who have more income, like households who have off-farm income sources, or households who have large farm size, or households with large household size, are seeking more favorable terms of the commercial forestry schemes, which means that while they are willing to adopt commercial forestry schemes, they do not accept the terms as they are, and they want the modification in the existing terms, such as they dislike the choice of the donor to implement the commercial forestry schemes on their farm. Likewise, they are unwilling to pledge the biodiversity. However, the interesting results are that despite that annual payment has low risk or no risk, farmers are willing to forego annual payment for the wood share. And this is very interesting result, because despite the risk, farmers are willing to forego the annual payment. Then obviously the most important result is that farmers are willing to adopt the commercial forestry schemes. However, we have noticed that there is a lack of education and awareness about the benefits and expected returns of commercial forestry schemes. Then there is a lack of farmers training and awareness about the adoption of new technologies in crops, which is a gap at the agriculture extension office end. And if the education and awareness and farmers training through the agriculture extension office is promoted, this uptake of commercial forestry schemes as adaptation could be further enhanced. So these are some of the main results. Likewise, farmers are willing to accept a certain level of compensations which were offered in the choice experiments. And overall, the conclusion of the research is that farmers are willing to adopt commercial forestry schemes using adaptation finance, and they are willing to use commercial forestry schemes for the diversification of the crops. However, they want their participation more than what has been shown to them in discrete choice experiments. This was a really good research with a lot of interesting results, and I'm glad that I've got the opportunity to get this small grant and to get selected in this fellowship. There was a lot of exciting training opportunities during which I've learned, and overall this fellowship has developed my skills which I'm going to use in my future career, that is going to be research and academia for me. And I think this was a great contribution by the Frankfurt School of Management and TDRI along with the funders, and I can say that I have benefited massively from this grant, and I'm really thankful to IDRC as a funder and to TDRI and Frankfurt School of Management for putting this arrangement in the place. Thank you so much.